Hello Blizzard fans, this is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between Tang and Neuro on Coda, the latter edition. Tang sent me this replay maybe about a week ago. I'm finally getting around to casting it. And let's get right into the replay. In the bottom right of Coda, the latter edition, we have the Red Zerg player, Tang. Tang is a really nice guy. He sends me amazing replays, and I hope he continues to do so. In the top left of Coda, the latter edition, we have the Blue Zerg player, Neuro, who henceforth is now known as the enemy. So it's a red versus blue, Zerg versus Zerg, both players opening up hatch first into drones, and we'll see who puts their spawning pool down first. And Tang takes gas first, which puts it behind a little bit economically, but I think it will pay off in the long run. There we go, spawning pool coming down, and there's the spawning pool as well as the gas for Neuro. So both players setting out scouting, Overlords just checking things out. The drop ability of Overlords available right now at this point in Legacy of the Void is not so useful against Zerg, just because you can't really wall off. I guess we have seen it used, the Baneling Rain and the Mineral Lines, against drones in a ZVZ previously. Who was that did that? Selfie? Was that Selfie versus Vatari that did that? But either way, kind of fun stuff. And a Roach Warren coming down. So a bit of a Roach Ling push, I have to imagine we're going to see from Tang. In response, Neuro is going to go for a Spine Crawler, going to try to defend against the early Ling aggression here. Not making many Lings of his own, really preferring to just macro up like crazy. Doing a good job of it, 24 to 23. He does have the slight economic lead on Tang, but again, that can balloon. There we go, 26 to 23 now. And this might actually not do very well against what Tang is planning. It looks like he's going to go ahead and get, there we go, the Roaches are coming out, the Lings are coming out. We are in for an early aggressive attack here from Tang. What is the defense going to be? We're putting the Queen in this kind of safe area between the Baneling Nest and the Spine Crawler, but here we come. Roaches coming out, Lings coming out. They're going to go right under this Overlord. Neuro is going to see exactly what is coming. What's his response going to be? Immediately morphing in Banelings. Okay, going to try to deal with the Lings of Tang using Banelings, but Neuro doesn't have much to handle these Roaches. So another Spine Crawler is going to come up. That will be super useful. A couple Queens, again, aren't really good against Roaches either. Another Spine. So, okay, bunch of Spines. 10 Lings and 2 Banes, 4 total Banes are what we're going to see against this particular attack. It is early, it is not particularly amazing. A couple Lings came in here, got killed by this Queen. It's not like it's super all in, I don't think, from Tang, but here we come anyway. Their Roaches pop on in. They probably want to get rid of these Lings first. They do manage to do so. The Spines are poking away. They kill one of the Roaches. Banelings come in, trying to focus down the Lings. The Lings doing a good job staying away from that, but also getting poked by all of these Spine Crawlers. Man, these Spines are staying alive for so long, doing a ton of damage to their Roaches. Tang is forced to retreat. There are too many Speedlings here. He doesn't want to get a full surround. Trying to kill what he can. The Lings and the Roach doing their job here on the ramp, and actually do manage to survive. I was kind of worried the entire attack force for Tang would die there, but alright, so a bit of an early attack there from Tang. But at this point, I'm going to say he is behind. 34 workers to 26 for Neuro. Looks like we are going Lair for Neuro, and Tang is not actually able to do that quite yet. He is a little bit low on gas. He's going to have to macro up and try to deal with this. Lings pop it out, just trying to deal with this opposite Ling aggression. Ling on Ling battles are kind of fun just because they're so fast and so micro-intensive, but either way, I think Tang's not going to really go in there just because he knows there are so many Spines and the potential for Banelings as well. A little scary to go up that ramp, but there could be Banelings ready for you. But a couple of scouting Zerglings try to get out of there. One of them gets caught. The other one manages to get out across the map. I think there might be something waiting for him, though, when he arrives. Evolution Chamber coming up, going to get some upgrades for Tang. And our blue Neuro player, his lair, is just about finished. I guess the hatchery is just about finished upgrading is what I meant to say there. But either way, Baneling Nest, Hatchery, Spine, not much going on by way of tech here. There we go, Spire coming out. That's going to be the answer for Neuro. Now, again, it was a recent patch released. I'm trying to decide if it's actually out yet, where Spore Crawlers do lessen damage to bio-flying units. And so pretty much that was a way for Blizzard to say, we want to see more Mutalisks in ZVZ. Here comes a Baneling. We're going to try to get in here, and nope. Kill some larvae. That's pretty good, I guess. Does it show larvae that have died? No, it does not. Anyway, just to basically, Blizzard wants to see more Muta on Muta type action, more Muta harass in ZVZ. So we'll have to see if we get a Spore Crawler built, if it has that lessened damage or not. I think before the patch it was something ridiculous, like 50 damage to bio in the air. I mean, they had like 3-shot Mutalisks. It was crazy good. But here we come, a huge swell of Lings popping on in, going to try to deny this third base, and I don't think Tang can really do anything to stop it. He has some roaches, but that is not nearly enough. The Lings and forces the cancel. 225 minerals coming back to Tang. The Lings, are they going to push their luck? Yes, they are. They're like, okay, an army did not respond. Let's try to do this. Ramp being blocked off by Tang. Excellent positioning there by the roaches, not allowing the Lings up on into the main. The natural is pretty darn exposed. The Lings popped down here and just started killing drones. I don't know what Tang would do, to be honest. Third base just about up for Neuro. Scouting Overlord is going to check that out and say, this is not looking good for me at all. I'm stuck on 2 bases, and my opponent's just about to have 3. Meanwhile, 8 Mutalisks are out onto the field just about. For Neuro, Tang is in a huge amount of trouble. Does he have any anti-air whatsoever? He does not. This is going to be dangerous. I don't know how he's going to survive this. That early attack might have really sunk him here, but either way, Neuro coming on in. Again, denying this third base with these Lings, forcing the cancel. Tang cannot be happy about this. The roaches move on in. They don't have roach speed yet, I don't think. No, I don't think they do. Where's that? They're just about finished, I guess. On the way, tunneling claws. So by or not tunneling claws. What's it called here? Galil reconstitution. Regardless, popping on in. Roach is going to be Roach against Muto. This is not a very fair fight for the Mutalist. Queen trying desperately to escape. No, manages to get picked off by the Mutos, who are going to fly in here into the mineral line, see what they can do. But no, the Spore Crawlers are being built. The Queens are here, going to pick off these Overlords instead. Try to supply block Tang. Not quite able to do so. And we do have Spores up. The Spores now, let's see here. Spore Crawler doing 45 damage versus Biological. So I'm not sure if that patch took effect yet. I'm going to have to do some research and get back to you on that one. But either way, pretty much it is Overlord open hunting season now. Tang saying, wow, I'm going to lose all of my Overlords. This is super bad for me. Not again. Not supply blocked. He says, all part of the plan. I pretty much wanted to give up air superiority. He was rallying Overlords up here. Oh, no. That is so sad. Still not supply blocked. He's doing a good job making Overlords at home to deal with the fact that he's going to lose all of his supply. That is, in fact, out on the map. Zerglings, again, trying to deny a third, but there isn't one. What's Tang going to do? What's the answer going to be? Infestors and Hydralisks, it looks like. That's a pretty good choice. But again, stuck on 2 bases against 3. For Neuro, he's got 3 workers in each of these gases. I don't know where they are actually quite yet. There they are. Starting to mine as soon as I looked at them. That makes a lot of sense. Overlord desperately trying to get back home. Please, please don't leave me here. And if I remember right, you can actually upgrade speed on all your Overlords. Oh, you totally can. Alright, so 100, 100 for pneumatized carapace. For all your Overlords, or 25 per on a 1x1 basis before the lair is up. So, interesting to note there. Coming on in with the Overseer, sniping down creep tumors. These mutas just doing what they can. Oh, getting these infestors would be huge. Oh, a miss. A miss there, unfortunately, with the fungal growth. So, popping on in. Pretty much the Overlords are just being annoying. I think they're going to try to deny this third base, stay on 3 bases, and come and crush Tang here eventually. Tang, keep your injects up. There you go. Getting Hydralisks, getting the fungal growth ability to keep the mutas in place. Again, it's only 3 seconds, right? 3 seconds. Not very long, but it's enough time for Hydras to get a few shots off. They shoot pretty darn quickly. Let's take a look and see what that is. 0.54, so again, fast. And Muta's kind of flying out here. I don't know if they see this train coming. They do now. And they're coming in. Oh boy. It's a drone Hydralisk Roach Infestor attack coming on in. It is pretty much an all-in response for Tang. I actually managed to kill a lot of Lings here. Wow, that was a lot of Lings killed running through that for no reason whatsoever. And the train is on its way. Did all those Mutas die? How many Mutas are left? No Mutas are left. Okay, so the Mutas for Neuro tried to actually get in there and deal with the number of Hydras that Tang had and was not able to do so. These Lings trying to get back home to defend, but they're running through all their roaches getting melted in acid. Lings trying to do a frantic counterattack around the right side, but it is 130 to 104 supply in favor of Tang. The roaches coming in first, absorbing some of this damage, sitting right on the ramp. The Lings are not able to get a good angle. Infested Terrans coming up on in as well. A Banelings trying to crash on top of the roaches, doing a good job of it, trying to get some of these Zerglings, but not able to do so. Don't get a single Hydralisk. The Hydras are really doing a ton of damage as well from the backside, able to finally take down these Spine Crawlers that have been such a thorn in his side since the beginning of the game, getting the Baneling Nest. This Spine going to die as well. The drones trying desperately to evacuate, and actually a bunch of them are managing to escape. The Hydra's attention were elsewhere. The second base is in ruins for Neuro. Are there any really workers left back here for Tang? Not really. He needs to win With this attack, he's down to 26 total harvesters to 48 for his opponent. Getting the Spire would be good. There are 7 mutas en route, though. But again, there are a lot of Hydras here. Where are my Hydras? There they are. That is a lot of Hydralisks, ladies and gentlemen. Popping on in. Going to try to snipe down this. Is that a Hive? It is a Hive. You upgraded a Hive. Anyway, so the Hive... Hydralisk gets separated and does get taken down by the Lings. Roaches and Hydras doing a ton of damage in here, taking down the Macro Hatch, taking down the spawning pool. The Mutalisks are popping, but in small groups. They do take down Infestor, which is good, but again, it's not that fantastic unless there are a huge group of them. These Lings taking down rallying Roaches, which is kind of fun. But the Swarm coming out again. Tang says, I need to win the game. I need to win the game. A 4th base coming up for Nero. Kind of gathering here outside the 3rd base. The Mutaflock is here. But again, there are so many Hydras. And the Hydra count is actually maybe not big enough to deal with this. The Mutas from Nero are many, many. And they do kill every single Hydralisk left. Are there any Infestors on the field at all? Yes, there is 1 Infestor and 1 in production. Coming in here with the Roaches trying to kill all of these workers. The Infestor in the back trying to stay away from these Mutas as best she can while she tries to get energy for maybe another set of infested Terrans. I don't know what she's going to do. Taking down this spawning pool, these Roaches, they are +1. It helps them with their DPS a little bit, but all these Mutas overhead doing tons and tons of damage. Finally taking down the 3rd base. So we want to get the spawning pool. I think we really want to get the spawning pool and force Nero to start over with the tech, and does manage to do so. 3 hatcheries are now dead, trying to get these remaining drones, but not quite sure what to do. Splitting the Roaches up, trying to find these hatcheries, and it is now 17 to 10 harvesters. A bit of a reset here for our Zerg players. And this base does get spotted as well by Tang. The scouting Roach ends up dead. These Roaches trying to kill this other spawning pool, again, not allowing any Zerglings to be made. And yes, is going to be able to get that. I don't think the Mutas can respond in time. Infestor running around, seeing what's going on. This Spire is going to die. It is going to bleed to death off the creep. Look at this, just gushing blood down to 30 hit points, and that is it. These Roaches, this Infestor are going to die. Targeted immediately by the Mutas, and she is dead. All the Roaches die as well, twitching and bleeding on the ground. Effectively 2 bases, though. Nero is mining over here, which is pretty nice, but it's 20 harvesters to 11 in favor of Tang right now. He's really flipped the switch with that attack. I have never seen, I guess not never, but I rarely see such a gutsy attack, bringing so many drones and actually not winning outright, but yet still managing to get back in the game. So pretty crazy stuff. The Mutas are flying on in. There are a million Infestors here. There are 2 Spore Crawlers, which is pretty darn good. I don't think the Mutas want to attack into there. Let's see where they are going if we hit that follow. Kind of dancing around between the 1st and the 2nd base for Tang, trying to snap down Overlords as they can. Spore Crawler actually manages to get the Overseer. That's a good pickup by that Spore. A bit of a mismicro by Nero. The Mutas flying on in, gonna say, where is another Overlord? This is my Overlord. I can't kill this one, they all say to themselves. Actually, do Zergs think in me and my and things like that, or is it us? Like, we can't kill that Overlord. We are Swarm. They share the consciousness of the Queen, right? Anyway, Zerg lore, fun stuff. Replacement spawning pool coming up for Nero, and this hatchery is kind of just resetting again here. What died? I don't know what that was, what was lost, but the Mutas can't really get in here to attack much. I mean, there are 3 spores here, as well as an Infestor. We're trying to get the Queen back up at both of these bases. Are there any Queens on the field right now? No, neither player have any Queens at all. That's interesting. I guess it makes sense for Nero because his spawning pool is gone. But Tang needs to be making more than this. I think, too, he's back up on the Hydra production again, which is good for him. The Muta's trying to see, are there any bases that we're unaware of? Because if there are, that was big trouble for us. These buildings are, again, bleeding to death. Actually, Extractors don't die off creep, so this guy will be fine. But the Evolution Chamber is going to die in just about 2 or 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. What was that? Is it like a skull over there? Zerg are weird, man. They are creepy, creepy, creepy creatures. Alright, Mutaflock is about the same, 11. I don't think he's really added to it in the last few seconds, has Nero, but this 2nd base is up. It is expanded. There's not really an army that can come out, unfortunately. And there we go. An Overlord strays a little bit too far off and ends up dead. Spore Crawler doing a bunch of damage as well, and Roachhorn coming down for Nero. So he says, alright, Roaches pretty much killed me that first game. Oh, another repeat. Tang says, alright, we're going to bring the Hydralisk, we're going to be the Infestors, we're going to bring all of the drones, we're going to try to kill you again. Does he know where that base is? He does not know the base is here. He knows about this one. I think you might accidentally see it on the way up to this base in the top right, but either way, moving across, very blind to the presence of that base. This is why scouting is so important. Just send a Ling out randomly to different places. See what you can do. There are transferring drones. Think about it, Tang. Think. Transferring drones means there's a base somewhere nearby, right? Yes, that's what it means. Oh, picking up reinforcements. Neuro doing a great job with these mutas. He can't really attack this ball, but picking up straggling reinforcements is very good for him. Here we come. Drones leading the charge. This base is probably just going to die. I don't know if Neuro's even going to really try to defend it at all. This is a lot of hiders and a ton of infestors. And yeah, focusing down this hatchery, mutating into the lair. Queen in the back doing a bunch of kills as well. A fungal going down on all these workers, though. Unfortunately, these drones not very good at killing stuff. But the queen going to go down anyway because of the hydralisks. And a few roaches do pop out, but they're going to die to these hydras as well. Infested Terrans popping on up, taking down. We're getting another mutalisk. No, a mutalisk does fly away, but this base is totally dead. And however, Tang says, okay, for whatever reason, Neuro has not been revealed. As far as I know, I've killed his only remaining base on the map. He doesn't see any hatcheries anywhere at all. The roach swarm dies at the same time. Tang is up 77 to 52 supply. Very, very happy about himself. A roach push coming out from Neuro, though, going to try to kill Tang's stuff while the army's away from home. Might be able to actually do it. There's really nothing left here to defend at all. At least force Tang to pull back to his base, I think, is the intent here. And look, Tang, go up that ramp, Tang. Okay, see the mutas flying up there? And, oh man, yes, does go up and does actually see this. The drones coming in for the kill. Hydras, roaches, infested Terrans, and infestors going to try to kill this base. It is almost the last hatchery for Neuro. Small attack here with these roaches again, just going to town on these drones. But I don't think the hydralisks or the mutas are going to respond to this. Unfortunately for Neuro, he doesn't want to attack. He's maybe going to go for a bit of a base race. Roach is killing so many workers for Tang. Neuro's down to 0 workers, though. He can make more, assuming this hatchery finishes, which is good for him, but the mutas saying, all right, we need to engage. We need to kill what we can. Killing some of these workers would be nice, I suppose. These roaches are going to get murdered immediately, and yes, they do. They take out an infested Terran, but it doesn't matter because those die eventually anyway. The queen finally makes it from all the way up here, down here to the creep. Is she going to live long enough to kill anything is the question, and no, not really. She is all sorts of dead. These roaches causing so much trouble for Tang get caught. They get, wow. They get fungal growthed and exploded here on the creep. And that is it. I don't know what is left for Neuro. He has this base. He's trying to stay alive. He's making workers as best he can. Tang is down to 11 total workers. But again, the army supply is 46 to 11. That is huge. Mutas are good, but I don't think that's enough to actually take down the number of hydras that are here. Infested Terrans getting some pot shots off on those mutas. And Tang says, what is going on? Why have I not killed this guy yet? I really wish I had killed him. I've killed so many bases, but he's not dead. And whiff on the fungal there we just saw. Tang moving out again, trailing little ooze creeps from the infestors coming up. Is there a base here, he says? I just wonder to myself. And no, they didn't replant the base here. There's an overlord pooping creep they might want to kill just for funsies. Maybe a couple shots, but no, not able to do it. Going to take down this debris. Just open up a path to get around the map a little bit easier. Mobility in this particular situation is nice. You want to find bases as fast as you possibly can. Does Tang have an overseer? No, he does not. He can't kill creep tumors, which is unfortunate. Man, those mutas do not want to engage with those hydras, especially not with that +1 attack. Do the mutas have any upgrades? They do. They have +1 flyer, which is pretty good. Tang's searching around, desperately trying to find where this stuff is. Another overlord goes down for Neuro, but he's not going to be supply blocked anytime soon. It says, did he replant in his main? Is the question. Not in the natural. Okay, definitely not here. Going to take down this extractor just because we're here. It's not going to win us the game because there's a hatchery out there somewhere we are completely unaware of. Maybe scout with the overlords. Do they have speed yet? I don't think they do. No speed. Maybe invest a little bit in speed just to help the scouting. And oh, here we go. Accidentally stumbles across this. Going to try to catch the fleeing drones at the same time as we kill the hatchery. But I think that might be the final building. No! Another hatchery being planted for Neuro at the third base of Tang. How embarrassing. And are we actually going to lose this? Oh, we lose the Hydralisk to the Broodlings. A bit of a mismicro there from Tang, not really paying attention to his units. Every unit really counts at this stage in the game. Making that Hydra Hydra group a little bit smaller is not what you want to do if you're Tang. And scouting around again, saying, okay, I'm not the fastest units. I don't really have the fastest group here, but I'm going everywhere that I possibly can where there could be a hatchery. This hatchery about to finish, but it's the question of whether the Hydras will find it or not. It's kind of a tricky play for Neuro, putting it down here so close to the natural of Tang. But it might be like the last place that Tang decides to look, to be honest. Are we sending out a drone just to scout? Please tell me we're doing that. Drone scout. Scout everywhere. And Tang just going back to places he's already been and saying, nope, nothing here. And he knows there's nothing here, probably. The thing is, as soon as he leaves, Neuro could easily bring in a drone and plant a hatchery right behind him, which is just making this less effective. I know there are mutas on the map, but I would just get Overlord speed and send Overlords out on patrol paths everywhere to every one of these bases and just keep an eye on them constantly. If the mutas want to kill them, go for it. It means they're not able... Oh, we do catch a single muta there with the fungal growth. Nice job. The mutaflock is now down to 4. Neuro, I don't know if he can win this game, man. He's doing his best, but are we going to get another fungal? Oh, another whiff. Not the best possible fungal. Where is Tang going? Do we do... Oh, the drone comes in to take a third base, I think, and scouts out this third for Neuro, or rather, Neuro's first, not his third. In response, the roaches come in very, very quickly. They do have the glial reconstitution. This base is going to die. This drone needs to be followed by someone immediately. Yeah, there we go. The roach coming out trying to catch it, but drones are so fast, even without speed upgrades. 3.94 move speed. Neuro says, superb victory. Distinctly Tang, well done. And that's it. Neuro's victorious, or defeated rather. Tang is victorious. Neuro does not call the GG, but he does say well done, which I think counts fine enough. So, wow, really kind of a crazy ZVZ there here for Legacy of the Void. Not really much by way of new units or abilities being used that I can really remember. But either way, fantastic times, very, very fun. Always to see a semi-base race, crazy all-ins, and all that kind of stuff. Either way, this has been FalconPaladin with yet another daily Blizzard upload. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hitting that like button. Thank you for subscribing, those of you who have already. Again, I do daily Legacy of the Void casts, as well as other stuff that I find, Starbow and Heart of the Swarm and Fallout and all that other fun kind of stuff. So, again, thank you for being here, and until next time, you take care of yourself.